Good morning.
Good morning.
What's for lunch?
My own little Lunchable.
Some Lunchables.
My own little Lunchable.
High quality Lunchables. Where's the chocolate bar? Where's the Kit Kat?
It would melt if I brought it out too soon. So
That's what our load looks like today morning. I bet you this audio is terrible with this wind. Nice big full load. Hopefully the audio is not terrible. We are headed up the Paulson. You guys belong on the mirror. Wrong side. Other side, please. This video is brought to you by Sutco Transportation. Leaders in transportation services based on safety, innovation, and sustainability. Look at that dust. Sutco's got the residual division. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. The residual division. They're transporting wood residuals throughout Western Canada and Pacific Northwest. And that basically means all the wood chips and all the hog, basically all the garbage bark and all of that stuff. Instead of it going into big piles of garbage, they get transported and turned into particle board or go into a power plant to make electricity. Reuse our garbage. They've got the apparently I'm struggling today.
it's a Monday for you.
It's a Monday! Hey Sutco, you enjoy these ad reads, right? When I stumble all over myself? All professional like. They've got the van freight division and dedicated to freight heated trailers servicing Western Canada. See them running a lot between Vancouver and Calgary, Vancouver and Edmonton. Got log hauling, logging trucks serving southern British Columbia and Pacific Northwest. If we're lucky, we'll see both. Well, if we're lucky, we'll see all three of those. See them on this highway all the time.
Hey, logger headed east up the Paulson, you on here?
Heavy haul, transporting heavy equipment throughout North America. Might even see one of those drivers around. And then sales and logistics brokerage, 3PL, full global service transportation brokerage. That's tailored to solutions to meet your specific transportation needs. Our team is experienced professionals, work with you to create customized plans that fits your budget and your schedule. Just swing by sutcotransportation.ca and check what's all on offer for you guys there. Thank you Sutco for sponsoring our videos. It's a great company to work for. I thoroughly enjoyed my time there. Who knows, someday I may return. Coming into Christina Lake, we just loaded in Grand Forks. At Inner 4 again. And somebody actually requested a video climbing over the Paulson. I'm like, well, it's been a while since we've done the Paulson, so hey, let's go do that. I like when people request videos. Keep them in mind and go, okay, next time I go through that area, I'll make sure we get that. So we'll go through Christina Lake here, up toward the summit at least. over the Blue Bridge up there.
The problem is we haven't been heading this direction.
Yes. It's been a while since we headed this direction.
We were here last week once, but it also depends on if it's nighttime and when we shoot the videos and all that.
Excuses. I need to slow down more.
Excuses.
It's heavy. Working on it. I'll get to 70 before the 70s aren't. It's not 60 yet. I'm surprised. There we go. We have all week planned out. Doesn't really mean a lot, but the whole week is planned out. So we're headed to McLeod, Alberta right now. Should get there tonight if all goes exactly to plan. It's very close. And then head up to Airdrie to load there. Headed back to the Kootenays, I think 3 different drops. I think Cranbrook, Trail, and Castlegar, 3 different drops.
Oh, interesting.
And then load at Klesnikoff for Vancouver for Monday morning delivery. That's what the week is supposed to look like. But we know things always happen. Hey, look. There's a Sutco. Is that chip? It's probably a chip truck, right? Residual. Yep. Residual chip truck. Or it might be hog. For that week, the planned week to work out, we'll be home on Thursday night. Get Friday, Saturday off, and then leave Sunday fairly early. So I'll have to see if I can get ahead on videos here since today's Monday. If the plan goes well, we have to do 7 videos in 4 days.
Well, once you get past Creston, really, you haven't been that way in a long, long time.
Yep, so I'll probably shoot another one today.
A couple tomorrow, but Alberta, I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah.
Get some interesting videos.
Maybe get 2 or 3 in today. Something different, something new. I don't know if that's interesting to you guys, but I like different thing I haven't done for a while. Enjoy the things I haven't done.
It's a beautiful day for it.
So yeah, it's 12:02. Did you say good morning when we said good morning? Oh.
Because it was before 12.
I didn't catch that. It was morning when we started.
Yeah.
It's 19 degrees Celsius down here. Beautiful day. Today morning, I guess maybe last night, when I parked up in Yoyama, I backed up and it was a slight hill where I want to get right off the side of the road. I parked on the customer's driveway and I backed up into the dirt there, and anyone that's backed a semi-trailer into any kind of pile knows what happens when you do that. You rip your mud flaps clean off. Yeah, did that. Just the one. You know what I use in my sleeper as a floor mat? I highly recommend, pro tip here to all truckers, highly recommend using a floor mat in your sleeper made out of mud flap.
Unused mud flap.
Brand new.
An unused one.
Yep, brand new. Get yourself a brand new mud flap, throw it on the floor there. That is your floor mat for your sleeper. It's been there for years. I've had that floor mat for many years. So I'm going to go pick up myself a new floor mat today. Swing by Salmo. Hopefully they've got floor mats there, or mud flaps. Throw it down on the floor, and also four bolts and nuts to attach that mud flap. I only had 3, so I'm going to actually get 5. Fill in that one empty hole that we have. Because when you take the mud flap off, you're going to break every single bolt and nut.
And you might
What?
might bend everything else too.
Yeah, I bent the mud flap. I managed to bend it straight using 2 load bars. So it's straight.
It didn't work out very well.
Having a toolbox with some just basic tools. Because technically a missing mud flap is out of service. You cannot drive that vehicle down the highway. Wouldn't want to go through a scale that way. For sure get a ticket. What?
My frisbee didn't work.
I guess that was Christina Lake there beside us to the left. The four-way flashers on. We've lost all speed. So what passes do we have to go over today? I'm in the Paulson right now, and we've got to do Bombay, and we've got to do Kootenai Pass or Salmo Creston. People call it 2 different things. I guess this pass is called a couple of things too. We just call it the Paulson, but some people call it the Paulson Blueberry, and officially the government calls it the Bonanza.
Which I think is fun to say.
Only the government calls it the Bonanza. And we have after really just that's it for the major passes. You've got the Crow's Nest Pass, but that's not much of a pass compared to this.
I can't recall the last time I was that way, so a little rusty on all that. It actually took me a long time to figure out the name of Sparwood.
Huge mining town. With only 1 card right now, the boss is working on more cards, but right now with only 1 card lock, there's not much for Essos after Sparwood. So we're going to top off on fuel at Sparwood.
You have to go from Sparwood to just south of Calgary.
Which isn't that far, but you gotta really think about fuel with only one fuel card.
I mean, if you're in farther east, Lethbridge would be right next to, and then you wouldn't have a problem.
There's another residual. Super beat. Oh, and another one.
I think they just started their shifts. Maybe not.
That's where home base is. If they live in Kelowna, they're at the closer to the end of their shift. If they live in Kelowna, they would have come down here to Castlegar, maybe delivered a load to Castlegar from up by Vernon. Brought a load down here, reloaded down here, and now head back up. There's oncoming vehicles, so you better make this quick, buddy. Yeah, good job.
This creek is going pretty good now.
Yeah, the spring runoff is starting from the mountaintops. Like I said, plus 19. See that sign says Bonanza Pass. Yeah, I've never ever heard a real person call it the Bonanza Pass.
I'm not a real person.
No,
No?
I've never heard you call it Bonanza Pass.
I have a few times, and that's what our discussion was.
I must just tune that out.
This was a couple of years ago. We've been doing this for years now. Valley Bonanza is a fun word to say.
Oh, good. The chain-up lights are off. I guess the first chain-up light was right outside of Christina Lake before we started climbing. This is our second chain-up light.
Why would they be on? It's been good weather, dude.
That was the joke. I'm funny. No?
No.
Airdrie to Cranbrook. Does that mean we go over Rogers Pass?
It depends on what route you want to take down, but probably no.
Airdrie to Cranbrook, no. You go through the park, I think. That's a beautiful drive. Cool.
Very.
Looking forward to that. I think that'd be the way to do it.
Very, very beautiful drive.
I'll look on the maps before we make a decision, but yeah.
Probably a high chance to see an elk on that drive. This time of year.
And Bighorn.
Yep.
Bighorn mountain sheep.
Bighorn sheep.
Sure. Through Radium Hot Springs there, yeah.
I think technically they're California bighorn sheep, but I'm not quite sure. It's been a while since I've seen a sign for them. So we gotta space out the videos though.
What do you mean?
I I'm going through withdrawals when I listen to our audiobook.
It's a good book.
I'm really into this book.
I don't know who suggested it, but
I think I had the first one for free years ago.
how many books are in this series?
I believe 6.
Helldiver,
Red Rising.
Red Rising. For me, it moves a bit quick, but it's very well written, very good.
But, not without warning about, death and gore and, things some people might be...
I don't recommend the books. Definitely an adult audience book.
Exactly. Even then you might get triggered by some things, but...
Has a bit of a Games of Thrones and Hunger Games feel to them.
Yeah, yep.
On the planet of Mars, at least in the first book. I suspect as we get further on in the books, we will do interstellar travel. We'll see. So basically you're saying we need to not shoot too many of these videos so that way you can still listen to the book.
Yep.
Okay.
By that, I mean, stop the video, listen to like 5 chapters, and then go back.
We don't want to shoot them right back to back anyway because the next one will be seen tomorrow. And for those of you guys new here, I shoot a daily vlog 5 days a week. Shoot a bonus vlog for Saturday, so there's a bonus vlog that comes out Friday night or Saturday morning, and then another video for the other channel, so that makes 7. ASMR channel.
And then sometimes if you like doing extras.
Yep. Eventually we'll have enough extras so that I just randomly release an extra one on a Sunday. I hope. Some of you guys are smart enough to go and watch those extras. They're posted. Put them in a playlist. I think if they're in a playlist, you guys can actually watch them. Because some of those videos are getting like 13, 14 views. Nobody's commented. I don't know if comments are turned off if they're not released yet.
I don't know.
To watch a video that says extra extra at the beginning recently, you guys have snuck a preview view of a video that'll come out in the future. I've uploaded them all onto YouTube just in case we don't get home. I can just go schedule dates on them to release them, and you guys keep getting videos even if we didn't make it home to upload videos. that happens. I noticed on this trailer, some of those rub rail reflectors are falling off. Truck's going to behave and stay there. And I believe the law is you have to have 50% of your reflectors on the rub rail before it's a defect. I guess any reflector missing is a defect. If you're missing more than 50%, it's a out of service maybe? I don't know if that's out of service already or not. Maybe not. I have to read up on it, but there's some reflectors that have peeled off, so I got a feeling when they safetied this, they just stuck on reflector tapes right over top of the rusty sections.
Yep.
So I told the boss, it's like, if you get me a roll of reflector tape, I will on a weekend go grab a sander, sand the rail down, paint the rail a little bit with some like Rust-Oleum or trim-clad rust paint, something like that, some kind of rust paint. Paint the rail and then stick the new stickers on top of that, and hopefully they last a little longer. You guys want a video of us sanding?
I'm up for it.
Where's our tripod?
I know where that is.
Yeah. Put up camera and do a little. Let's see if we can make Robbie Layton proud and do some blow tack and static.
I'm trying to think of how to do the one side of the trailer that's always in a lot of traffic.
Oh, that side's, none of the reflectors are coming off on that side.
Okay.
It's all on the passenger side, but we would park in a way that, if those start coming off, we'll park in a way that we can, or put up cones to make people go around us. Yeah, the truck will have to be idling. That way, we can run the sander. Be nice to just bring the sander with us and do it when we have some downtime. If you're waiting for 2 hours to load or something, start sanding. I know that'd be one more thing to carry in here.
Like, I'll see how it goes, but I might stay home next week, so.
Unless there's threat of a Ontario run.
But even then,
You need to make all the food and everything. You'd miss out a Ontario run rather than go hungry.
well, yeah, we'll see.
Most likely, if we're delivering on Monday in Vancouver, I guess that week probably would not be an Ontario run. Most likely not. unless it starts in the middle of the week, and then I could ask to swing by and pick you up.
I think I have an idea of where we could park our pickup. And I still yes if needed.
Oh,
Ask Iron Bull if we can park out of the way in the yard. As long as we don't do it every weekend or every, just a one-time thing. I saw their sign that they put up for their yard. I like it.
oh, yeah.
It's called the bullpen.
The bullpen, yeah. So they always been called it the bullpen. It makes sense. Iron Bull, the old bullpen, where they park all their trucks. That's, yep.
Well, that's a place I would consider safe for driving the pickup versus anywhere else.
Yep.
And then it saves you that hour detour, but then we have to have that detour.
On the way back home, yeah.
Yeah, we would have to figure that out.
And there's the Blue Bridge. Steepest section of Paulson is coming up after the Blue Bridge. I guess the Paulson Bridge. If you take the road over here to the left, it loops right back onto this highway, but it also brings you down to the old railroad. Then you can bike or hike down the railroad bed. You can go all the way back to Christina Lake and sneeze.
Bless you. Elevation 1,106 meters.
There's a couple of tunnels. If you go to our right, we'd go back to Christina Lake. If you go to the left along that trail, you could go all the way to Castle Garden.
We've done that with our quad. That was fun.
Until I got flat tire.
Well, it was still fun.
Some cool long tunnels.
Yeah.
And if you're going to use any kind of, or drive any kind of powered vehicles down that trail, you need a $3 million liability insurance. So quad down it, dirt bike, whatever, make sure you got the $3 million liability insurance. But if you're camping out in Christina Lake, take the mountain bikes up over here, drop everybody off, one person drives back to Christina Lake, everybody can bike downhill all the way back down to Christina Lake. Down to 38 kilometers an hour. I think that's the steepest section. legally secured. The front pallet requires 2 straps. That detour road is now on our left-hand side there in the trees. Every now and then you get a glimpse of the cut. This and the next corner, this is the steepest section of the road here.
Oh, I forgot
What did you forget?
to mention that it finally happened.
What finally happened?
Or was that in a video when it happened?
What?
When he finally got charged for roaming.
Oh, yeah. Every now and then going over the Paulson cell phone switches to a US tower. Telus charged us $20.
But this happened, so yes.
Oh yeah, I saw you right back on Anarchist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Here's the
that's-
detour road coming in on the left-hand side. We're down to 26 kilometers an hour. So yeah, Jess is texting Telus, and they're like, you must call in. So she calls in, and the first thing they say is, okay, no problem, let us text you. And then continued back to texting. What the heck was the point of calling in?
That happened with XM Radio as well, when I canceled mine.
24 kilometers an hour, 23 kilometers an hour.
That one was annoying.
Sirius XM is very hard to cancel. Do we have Sirius XM in here yet?
No? Yeah?
We totally do. Yep, we have Sirius XM. Cool. Took the boss a while. 22 kilometers an hour.
Well, they were trying to get all of their trucks.
The whole fleet
Yeah.
all at once. So every driver has to send in their code. 21 kilometers an hour.
I mean, I like to listen to a mix of music, podcasts, audiobooks.
We're gonna go below 20 here. 18, 17. This corner it starts getting less and less steep. 22, 23, gaining speed. That was the steepest section right there.
It's not as bad as the 6 or 7 you were doing the other day.
If you're going to spin out in the winter, that's the most likely chance of where you're going to spin out. So if you get to the Paulson Bridge and you're like, hey, the road's seeming a little on the slippery side, it's worth pulling over and just throwing a set of chains on, even if the lights are off. Just one set of singles, throw them on and go. Could be the difference making it up and over here.
I'm surprised people trust this edge. Some of the tracks that go so far over.
Oh, people pull over on the gravel on the side? Yeah. I wouldn't.
I'm like, you don't know if it's melting snow or if it's paved with gravel.
Soft, yeah, just sink right in. I've pulled onto soft gravel before, and I'm like, whoa, 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 just keep going, go, 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 forget this, keep going, don't stop, because if we stop, we're not moving again. Kilometers an hour. No, I never saw all these tracks on the road before. You guys can see all the dually tracks on the road. That's from trucks chaining up and spinning their chains on the road. If you look for them on all the steep hills, you'll see them.
Also see where people dig into the pavement with chains when you start looking.
Big potholes, yeah.
I don't want to sound like we become one with the pavement, but the more you look at it for hours, the more...
Yeah, you can start reading what the road tells you, right?
Yep.
You can start reading where you're going to spin out in the winter, so... If you're a first summer trucker, look for those holes in the ground every steep climb. Just go, okay, right there is where all the semis spin out in the winter. So I know to watch out at that hill, at that area. Or just go, oh, it's a little slippery. I will pull over and chain up because I know that hill gets a lot of people spinning out. Car, yeah, confused? Just gonna go, or? It's a Peterbilt behind us. Bit of a pimped out Peterbilt. Nice and clean too. Very, very nice and clean looking. Sleeping there. That's not a great place to sleep. The trucks coming in and doing brake checks the whole time you're trying to sleep.
I wonder if he's just having the siesta.
Could be. But I would pull over and not pull out right at the summit.
Yeah.
And stop there instead of here.
I'm gonna say Matterschloop.
Yep, Matterschloop. What does Matterschloop mean?
I always get it wrong. Mid-afternoon nap, mid-afternoon sleep.
So mad is mid.
Mid.
Mad.
Yeah, okay.
Da. What do you think da sounds like? Da.
Midday.
There you go. Midday. Mad Da. Schloop. Yeah, this is sleep. Midday sleep. Mad Schloop.
I don't know very many Low German or German words, but that one defines me some days.
Mad Schloop.
I can't remember other words for food too, but I pick up those ones too for meals. I get my priorities right. Food and sleep. Learn those words. I'm good.
Faspa.
I know that one.
I actually don't know what the word Faspa would actually be directly translated as. It's just a word. It might just be just a word. I don't know if it means anything else than just the word Faspa. Faspa is basically an afternoon snack.
It's technically, I think, defined as like a midday coffee
So
snack.
we would eat supper late, like at 9 p.m. But by 4 p.m. you're hungry, right? So you'd have another meal there, Faspa.
Yeah.
Faspa is just a snack break till you get to supper.
Supper?
Dinner, supper.
I said summer, but maybe I misheard you.
Supper. So you'd have breakfast. So a light breakfast. Fairly light lunch. But lunch is fairly, a small meal. And then you'd have Faspa, which is basically sweets and coffee and bread. Here comes our Peterbilt. Definitely a beautifully taken care of truck. And he's light, very light.
Even the trailers are really nice.
Yeah, brand new looking trailer, a beautiful Peterbilt truck. Gorgeous setup. And then you'd have supper, 8 or 9 p.m. 4 meals a day in the more traditional Mennonite background. I always remember coming home from school and having Faspa and then going and working. Faspa was the meal that gives you the energy to go to work before supper. Go work on the farm. Take care of the chickens and the pigs and the cows and the ducks and the geese.
One thing I
rabbits.
find interesting also that rokuken, so like fried bread with watermelon, as hydration. In a lot of other Asian cultures, you give each other melons and watermelon, different stuff for breakfast, and they drink that instead of water.
Yeah.
Because that gives you your hydration in hotter climates.
Alright guys, we're going to call it a day here. We have to pull over to do a brake check.
I just started talking about watermelon.
I know.
I feel like watermelon.
Hey, Kappa. No, that's not. That's Border Patrol.
Yep.
We're along the border, right? So, all right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the climb, the hard climb. We'll catch you guys down the road for tomorrow's video. For now, we are out of here. You guys rock.
Adios.